they ask me, Vincent, are you did you ever visit Italia? Okay, do you like Italian a lot or what? Because they feel that any words ending with O must from Italian. Okay, I said no, that's totally wrong. That name is not from Italian. That name, Pagemo, is from怕 game over. So 怕 game 打游戏So it's totally Milan style. I'm a very Milan style. So it has nothing to do with Italian style. Okay, it's 怕 game over. Okay. So why is this 怕 game over like? Okay, this 怕 game over is like is a game like this. I have some snapshot. Let me show you. This is a map system. This is a map system. A map can accommodate several thousands of students up there. Okay? So each color represents one student. This is one student, this is another student. And on this map, you will need to occupy as much land as possible. So when let's say this student wants to occupy this empty piece of land, he just click on it, and then the system will pop up a question for him to solve. Okay? In my case, it's a math problem, it's a probability problem. But it can be any subject. It can be a Chinese problem, it can be any other problem. As long as the problem has an answer, that can be automatically graded. Okay? If a student solves the problem correctly, then he gets to get on that land. Otherwise, that land remains empty. Okay? And if your land gets more and more lands, you get to touch other people's territory. Then you can conquer other people's territory. So you can see that this orange guy, these two are orange color. Orange guy has been attacked and only have 2 pieces of land left. Okay, and whenever I make the speeches, always there's some teacher. They always ask me, oh, this orange student is so. What happened if the student gets exterminated? Will he lose all the confidence to learn and blah blah blah? That's so pity and blah blah blah, something like that. I said, man, don't worry. Okay. Let's say if this orange guy, these 2 pieces of land get attacked and he loses that 2, he got exterminated. If the guy gets exterminated, he will be reborn on another map. On that map, there's a bunch of people who got exterminated previously. Okay, so they will live very happy and peacefully there. Okay, so don't worry about them. Okay, and then once their land, as the land grows, the land will generate fortune. Okay, so with the land and the fortune, they can go to the store. They can go to a store to buy the monster. We have 3 different types of monsters, okay? So the student can go buy the monster to deploy at any place on his land. And on each land, you can deploy at most 3 monsters. So what does the monster do? Let's say you deploy 3 monsters on this land, and if you have a very evil neighbor, another student in the class, to attack your land, then all these 3 monsters will be very responsible. These 3 monsters will each come up with a problem for your enemy to solve. Okay, he has to solve all 3 problems before he can take that land. Okay, and the monster has 3 levels: $500, $600, $700, $900. If you are very stingy, you only buy 500 problem monster. You only come up with a very simple problem, very lousy problem. People can solve it right away. Okay, so you need to buy the 900 problem. But the problem is my group consists of EE student and computer science student. We don't have students from economic department. I mean, my RD team, they only are computer science and EE. No, none of my RD team is from not from economic department. So the problem is, we have an inflation problem. Students keep complaining that, Professor Ye, your system has inflation problem. We have spent so much money, we bought all the monsters, but still have so much money left. Why? Because they got so addicted. We only assume that they probably only will solve 6 to 7 math problems per night, but they solve up to 14 to 15 problems per night. So this is very amazing. So actually, Central TV News in China, they come visit, they come interview me, they make a news article about this. Okay, so students got very addicted. And this is an old photo. The newest photo, we have a worldwide ranking. So the top students, depending on how many problems they solve, they are ranked. And this is wrong. Actually, at the very end, we have these people all solve up to around 220 problems. So Coursera got very shocked because on Coursera, a lot of students took Coursera course. They only want to watch the video. They don't really want to do the homework problem. But they found that our system can drive students to solve more than 200 problems. So they got so amazed. So they want to, so this is the feedback I got from a Chinese student. The students wrote, "It's been a great pleasure to come back dorm room solving homework problem set right after my school time. You know, this is totally insane, okay? You ever imagine somebody say it's a great pleasure to come back dorm room solving problem set right after school time? That's totally insane, right? And there's another student wrote, with Pokemon, my mom no longer worry about my learning anymore. You know, it's like a commercial slogan, you know. Okay, so students got addicted to learning, okay? And so Coursera got very surprised, very shocked by this system. So they wrote an article on their official blog why one professor created the first ever social game platform for book. Okay, we are the first in the world to do this. And we are also, actually in April, there's a Coursera conference. Each year Coursera has a big conference. You only invite the provosts and the deans and those MOOC specialists all over the world from those top universities. And we were invited to give a talk on this, okay? Okay, so I think the game can really help. But I think the essence of the game is that each student can see the progress of other students. And that kind of peer pressure or peer approval actually means a lot of things. So even if you don't have a game, as long as your evaluation system can let the students evaluate each other, you can also achieve that. So that's why I want to say next, grade by the student. Actually, you know, let me ask you this. A lot of teachers, like we ever have students present in the class, because a lot of times we feel that it's always like teachers speaking. It's kind of boring. So a lot of times in the semester, we probably will have a session for students to present in the classroom, right? So what are the results? You know, let's say if I'm the student of this Mr. Lee, I assume that I'm Mr. Lee's student, okay? And in this session, I'm supposed to present. Let me ask you this. As a student, when I present, who am I looking at? Am I looking at Mr. Lee, or I'm looking at all of you back there? Why would I care about you guys? He dominated my grade, right? I don't care about you guys. So I just keep speaking to Mr. Lee, and I don't care about you guys. And let me ask you another thing. My slides. Do you think my PowerPoint slide will be designed tailored for my classmates so that each of you can understand the concept very easily? No, actually I put a lot of difficult equations, a lot of dirty stuff up there. I just want the Mr. Lee to see that, oh, I have been working so hard to want to read through all those very complicated, very stuff, okay? I just want to impress Mr. Lee. I don't really care about you guys understanding or not, right? So eventually, originally we want the student to have this kind of student presentation so that the atmosphere gets more interactive and students will feel more less boring. But what are the results? The result is I'm just speaking face-to-face at the front to Mr. Lee. And back there, students are face-to-face book at the back. Right? Face-to-face at the front and face-to-face at the back. So that's so sad, right? So a lot of teachers probably just give up. Okay, but I refuse to give up. So what do? I tell the students, no. Look, now we're going to change the system. I no longer grade you guys. Okay? Your grade is graded by everybody. I designed a system so that we designed a web system. So everybody with their own cellular phone or their iPad or their tablet or laptop, they can go up there to grade you guys, to grade the speaker. So when the speaker go up there, I will do something like this. When the student go up there, I will design a problem. I say, okay, there are two problems I want you guys to grade out. One is, what do you think the quality of the slides are? Graded from 0 to 5. What do you think about this guy's body language and time control are? Okay, graded rated 0 to 5, and give the speaker the open comment. Okay, so once the student go up there to do the presentation, and then the student back down there, they start to do grading. And you know, I think I like the student a lot because once you give them the obligation to grade other people, they feel that their conscience tell them that they should concentrate on people's talk. So they start to concentrate on the talk a lot. And also because I'm graded by everybody now. So if I come up with a slide that's so difficult for everybody to understand, I will get very low grade. So that's why the students start to put a lot of time to design the PowerPoint slide so that everybody in the class can easily understand. They even put a lot of humorous materials in the slide, so everybody feels it's very interesting. Okay. So this is what the result like. When the student go up there, student down there start to grade them, to grade the student, and then after the talk, the student will right away see his grade and see his ranking for among the students who presented today. And he also get to see the comments, open comment from the students. Okay, so let's say there's a student, he got a comment like his classmate wrote to him that, look, your smile on the stage is very weird. Please don't ever smile that way. It makes us very uncomfortable. You know, but the student never know that. He always thought his smile is very charming. Only when he saw this comment, he said, "Oh man, my smile is weird. It makes people uncomfortable." I never know that. Okay, so that's very useful. Okay. So grading, but not only the student grade in the classroom, but also for the ordinary homework. Even for the ordinary homework, I let them do the peer grading. Okay, this is what I do. After the student submitted the homework, I tell the students that, look, everybody has to grade 6 other people's homework. Okay, and you give them the grade, but you also give them open comments, no shorter than 150 words comment. And also, these students' homework will be graded by another 6 students, and those 6 students will give them comments. And homework now, even now, as I mentioned earlier, homework can only have evaluation purpose now, but now homework can have educational purpose. How do you do that? Because when the students grade other 6 people's homework, now they get to see how come with the same problem, that student have different thought and different viewpoint compared to mine. The difference among the homework will trigger the student to learn from other people's homework. So they start to be able to learn from the homework. Previously, there's no learning can be done from the homework. Homework is only for evaluation, but now students can do the learning from the homework. So learning from other people's homework, also learning from people's comments out there. And I don't know what's the case in Singapore, but let me tell you this. It's something very interesting, a very interesting side effect we saw, and I think it's very positive. Because in Taiwan, Taiwanese students are usually quite naive. When they see very lousy work from their classmates, they don't dare to say bad words about it. They say, you're still doing pretty good work, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually this student just mistakenly get very good positive feedback from his peers. And you feel, wow, somebody appreciate my homework. So next time I'll do even better, You come up with this positive cycle, It's very interesting. I never imagined that, but this is something that happened, okay? So students, when they grade the homework, they feel that this is not just teacher's assignment, because I'm also grading other people's homework. They feel that this is something he has quite a lot of control on. Okay, so again, he starts to feel much more motivated to do this. Okay, but a lot of teachers, when I mention this, share this with the teachers. Some teachers will have some concerns about what if student just work. Let's say I give you 5 points, you give me 5 points like this. Okay, let me tell you this. You can come up with a rule. Like in my class, my rule is this: I let them rate the homework from 0 to 5, but I have a rule. I say, oh look, out of these 6 homework you grade, you can you can only come up with at most 2 5. And at most 2 4. Okay? So in that way you won't see student grade everybody in 5. Okay? And also you can tell them, because we grade in a random manner. This time I grade Mr. Lee's homework, but Mr. Lee not necessarily have the chance to grade my homework in the future. So this is like a game theory. You tell the student, say, look, you give him 5 points 5. But he don't have the chance to give him 0.5, right? So then his grade will be higher than yours. So that's not a very good thing, right? So just grade it fairly, that way. So eventually you just let students understand, communicate with them, to let them know fair grading is the best for everybody, even for themselves, okay? So not just in-class presentation, but also student homework, you can do it, okay? And students start to feel their homework worthy from peer comments, because a lot of peer comments are mostly positive. And they feel that, wow, when I do this good homework, not just teachers saw it, but a lot of classmates saw it. So that's why I say you can let them get peer approval from the peers. That's very important for them, and that's why they will get their homework more motivated. Okay. So how hard will that drive your student? Okay, let me show you some example. Okay, in National Taiwan University, I offer engineering courses, but also I offer other courses. Out of the courses that I offer, the one that has the most impact is the course that I taught, presentation. I teach students how to do the presentation. And actually, I only, for each year, I only accept, each class I only accept 40 students. But each year, we have more than 400 students who want to get into my class. Okay, so that's my most impactful course. But that's another big story, but I'm not going to get into that. But I just want to share with you one of the homework I do in that course. Because at after the half of my semester, I will focus more on the high-level discussion about how to do your presentation well. So at the first half of the semester, I need to equip them very quickly, equip them with very good PowerPoint skills. That's something they need for the later half of the semester. So what do? Again, I don't teach them everything. I give them tailored design homework. One homework I ask them to do is, I ask them to use PowerPoint to design an animation, and it's graded by everybody in the class. Okay, so let me show you some of the amazing work that I got 3 years ago. Okay, this is the amazing work I got 3 years ago. And because I need to let you, in order to let you appreciate what that student do, I need to show you the original work for you to see before you can see it. So this is the original, okay? Original. This is the original work, and then I'll show you the student's work.上来。火车。喝水。Okay, so this is my students' work. It's totally done by PowerPoint. Okay. 叶哲伟做的。海鸥。很壮的裙子上来。火车。 done 3 years ago. Okay, now imagine you are a teacher. When you go into next year, how do you motivate the student to do even better? What do you do? So this is what I do. I keep showing the student in the next year this work. And I keep saying that, wow, I have never taught such a good student. This student is so amazing. This is the best student I've ever seen. So the student of the next day, they just feel so pissed. Man, you haven't even seen our work yet, right? So this is the work I got for the next year, okay? Still, I keep showing you the original work. You know, when that student go upstage and show us the original work, and all of us got shocked and say, how can this get me done later by PowerPoint, okay? But keep in mind, why do they do such a good work? Because it's going to be graded by the peers. And they care a lot about it so much. That's why they put into so much effort. So let's take a look at the original work for the best work in the next year. So imagine all of this will be done in PowerPoint. Ladies and gentlemen， 这是我们陈冠宇那个 word， 我帮陈冠宇，那是 take a look。偷偷地方包括。So this student spent 49 hours working on this, and totally on mouse. There's no pen, totally on mouse. Okay. So imagine if you are imagine if you are in my position. In the next year, how am I going to even motivate the student to do even better job? Okay. Let me save the answer later. Okay. But I'll show you the super amazing work in the next year. Okay. It's a super amazing work. Why do I say it's super amazing work? Because I don't even need to show you the original work. I just show you the PowerPoint work directly. Okay? So ladies and gentlemen, that's the work from Zhang Zewei. Totally from PowerPoint, my PowerPoint. So this student spent more than 100 hours doing this. Okay, but how can you drive them to this extreme? So this is what I do. Okay, and not just this time proceed even further. Not just graded by the students, but also graded by the world. Okay, I told them that look, after you finish your work, okay, export it to a video and upload it to YouTube. And your caption is 2003 NTU PowerPoint Animation Design Contest dash his name, his or her name. Okay, so I told them this is how your grade is going to be about. Your grade will be determined by how many people click on likes. Okay, but not just likes, because they will start to use their friend to do this. Okay, so the number of likes divided by the people who actually watch it. Okay, and that ratio will be through some formula that we translate into their exams, their project score. Okay, so that's why students start to do that. And also, I'm very mean. I asked them to forward this YouTube channel on their Facebook. And I said, if you do that, you'll get extra bonus. And that means if you don't do that, you get point deducted. Okay. So because every student forward it out to it also, almost a lot of people in the campus saw that message of asking people to do the grade, to do the rating. So it's like when people watch this video, wow, this is an awesome video. Wow, this is an awesome video. What? This was sucked. Who made it? So that's why they start to have a lot of peer pressure when they do this. And I think grading by the world has a lot of meaning to students. Because if they get good feedback from the world, they feel that they are really doing something that's meaningful. That's something that's worth doing. A lot of times when they do the homework, designed by the student, assigned designed by the teacher or assigned by the teacher, they feel that they're just fulfill the teacher's requirement. They don't feel that this is something that really works or really cared, really praised by the world. So rating by the world is also something very helpful. Okay, and you probably able to be able to see. I encourage you to try that if you have some idea in your mind. Okay, so what else can we do via BTS? Okay, actually course design seminar. But I think that might be a little bit too much for middle school. But this is what I do in college. In the college, I have a graduate level course. The mission of that graduate level course is for graduate students. Altogether, we design a course for an undergraduate freshman year course. Okay, so we even let the graduate student design course for other students. Okay, so like for you can consider something like this. If you have a second grader, by the end of the second grade, you can let the student design something for the future second grader. That is also something very helpful for them to review what they have learned throughout the semester. Okay, there's a lot of things we can play on. Okay, it's very interesting. So to summarize, I think by the student is the key. And learn by the student, assigned by the student, grade by the student. Okay, and actually I think for us teachers, if we can release some of our authority to the student, actually our students will get much more motivated. They will start to feel that all those materials, all those homework, all those things are not just teachers' stuff. It's also something they are involved. They will feel that something. They will feel more identified. And they will feel they will like it more. Okay. And please always remember. Okay, we can as a teacher we always do it different. It's not just teaching is not just having a normal style. We can always do things differently. Okay. And skill is way more important than knowledge. And we should always try to ask ourselves, as a teacher, how do we help our students to build their skills? That's our mission. If we fail to build a skill for the mission, for the student, I think we are failing our mission. Okay. And this is a very good sentence. This is one sentence I like a lot. I would like to share with you at the very end as to end this talk. A good teacher is like a candle. It consumes itself to light the way for others. I think that's a very good description about our job. Okay. And I want to mention one thing. That in the afternoon, actually, there's another talk of mine in Chinese. Okay. Previously, the topic is saying I'm going to talk about the presentation. But after I discussed with Ray, we found that actually Ray today has shared his experience with you about how to make video, right? But how do you actually do flipped classroom teaching in the classroom? That's totally another different story. Okay. Today, my talk. Let me explain to you why I give you this BTS talk today. Actually, when we do say flip classroom, flip teaching in Taiwan, or actually flip teaching in general, we have two different meanings. In a more narrow meaning, it will be the way of teaching that students watch the video and then they do the problem in the classroom. That's the most common definition of flip teaching. But there's another more broad definition for flip teaching is flipping the roles of the teachers and the students. Okay, the talk I gave you today, the BTS by the students, is about the biggest, the broader definition of the flipping. How you flip the role of the teacher and the student. In the afternoon, I'm going to give another talk in Chinese about how do you actually conduct flip classroom teaching in the classroom. That's the most common definition of the flip classroom teaching. How do you use the video? How do you encourage the student to watch the video? And how do you actually avoid a lot of problems that we have seen so far when people do the flip teaching? Okay, that's what my talk will be about in the afternoon. But I'm sorry that the talk originally was designed to be given in Chinese. So if you can understand Chinese, and if you really want to know what the details of a flip classroom teaching is about, I think you are welcome to join if the room can accommodate. So you are encouraged to join this afternoon if you are interested to know better about how to do flip classroom teaching. Okay, not just video. Video is just part of the work. Another big part of the work is how do you organize your class, how do you organize your course, how do you lead your student for this teaching. That will be what I'm going to share in the afternoon. Okay, thank you very much. That's my talk for this morning.